everybody, and thanks for checking out my review of the Tudor Black Bay S&G. Model number on this is M79733N-0008 using the in-house COSC Calibre MT5612 Movement. Now I'll be going over the features of the watch and compare it to the 41mm Rolex Submariner date. If you like this review, please click the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of future reviews. Also, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these watches. Stick around to the end of the video for another YouTuber recommendation. Now, on to the unboxing. Alright, so to get into the unboxing, you have the white Tudor sleeve here. And underneath the sleeve, you of course have the box. It's got the Tudor logo on the top here with the red shield. Nothing else on the sides. Pretty standard box. You open that outer box up. And you have the inner black box with the black shield logo here. Nothing else on the sides. You open that up, and before I get into the watch, I'll put that aside for a moment. You have a section here that if either you purchase straps, or Tudor actually used to put straps in here included with the watch. They don't any longer. But you can put your links or anything that you want to put in there. You have your tag. And then over here, you have your user manual. You have your warranty book, your warranty card. And then of course, you have the watch. Tudor's become a solid brand under the Rolex umbrella. They have watches that take direct inspiration from Rolex and others that show independent creativity. This makes for interesting debates in Rolex and Tudor forums. Years ago, Tudor had released their own version of the Submariner, and many people wonder now if they'll release another Tudor sub. My response when I see these questions in groups and forums is that they already have. See the Black Bay line. The version I'm reviewing here is the Black Bay S&G, which stands for Steel and Gold. The thing I like about this two-tone version is the brush finish versus the high polish on the Rolex two-tone Submariner. This brushed look almost has the gold having a bronze appearance. The first thing I want to point out is that it's not gold-plated. Gold plating looks great when it's new, but over time it wears down and eventually shows the steel underneath. The bezel and end links on this watch are solid gold. The links and crown are gold capped. Now if you look at these macro photos of the link, you can see the layer of gold is pretty thick. So if you wanted to refinish or brush over the scratches, it would take a lot to get through to see the steel. The dial and bezel are matte black. Sometimes it can appear brown in brighter lighting conditions. The width is 41mm, the height is 50mm, and it's 15mm thick. Lug width is 22mm, and it weighs 184 grams. The watch is 200 meters water resistant. The crystal is domed and the matte dial design layout is very similar to the Submariner with sharp triangular marker at the 12 o'clock and the round markers around the dial. It's got gold-colored snowflake hands filled with superluminova. Now as you can see here, they applied a generous amount of lume. It's bright and it makes the time easy to read at night, and it stays charged for a good few hours. The solid gold 60-click unidirectional bezel with aluminum insert has a very smooth action when rotating it with a satisfying click, as you can hear. The date is white with black print. Unlike Rolex, there's no Cyclops. There's just enough wording with the Tudor Geneva at the top and 3 lines on the bottom reading 200 meter, chronometer, and officially certified. There's a very subtle texture on the dial that you can appreciate in the macro shots. The screw-down signed crown has no crown guard. It's gold capped with the Tudor rose engraved on the side. The rear has information engraved on the outer edge of the screw-down back case. I like the simple details of the sides polished to the edges, transitioning to the satin finished on the front and the back. The bracelet has a locking fold-over clasp, and it's also satin finished on the front and polished on the sides with the controversial fake rivets. Some people hate them. It never really bothered me. There's no extension function like the glide lock or the T-fit. Sizing is done with links and the micro adjustments on the sides. Now if you don't like the bracelet, the S&G is also available on distressed leather with deployment buckle. The Tudor Calibre MT5612 Movement is COSC certified and rated to be accurate within +6, -4 seconds per day. It features 26 jewels and uses a silicone hairspring, making it anti-magnetic and increases intervals between maintenance service. This is the same movement used inside the titanium Pelagos models. Now here's a wrist shot on my 7.5-inch wrist. The thicker links prevent it from being top heavy. It's a well-balanced watch and comfortable to wear. There aren't any sharp edges. The case curves slightly at the lugs, and I find that the balance keeps it from moving around a lot while I'm wearing it. This could easily be worn as an everyday watch. Now here's a comparison between the Black Bay S&G and the Rolex Submariner Date 41mm. The 41mm width is about the same on both. The Submariner length is a little shorter at 48mm versus the Black Bay 50mm. The biggest difference comes in with the thickness and the weight. The Black Bay 15mm thickness and 184 grams has more presence on the wrist. The Submariner's 12.3mm thickness and 156 grams is more low-key. I think people with smaller wrists would find the sub easier to wear. The thickness and the weight of the Black Bay may make it a little too large for some. This is basically a two-tone tool watch. Normally two-tone watches can come across as a bit blingy and looking for attention. The satin finish has left this more subdued and low-key, making this watch versatile to be an everyday watch. The capped in solid gold adds great quality. It adds great longevity to the finish, and it works as a great alternative to the two-tone Submariner. It's definitely good to know it could be refinished and not fear that the steel is going to show through eventually. The only issue with the finish is the clasp rubs against it in two areas, underneath and at the end. They're discrete areas and I'm not too concerned. As I mentioned earlier, I find the watch is very comfortable on the wrist. It's got solid design and build, and the MT5612 Movement is very reliable. Those who are interested in this watch will not be disappointed. This YouTube recommendation segment, I want to highlight Bruce Williams. Bruce's channel offers incredible footage and great insight into the watches he reviews. Just look at his intros and your immediate first impression can appreciate the amount of work he puts into his content. He's very interactive with his viewers and subscribers, and he's so sincere. Bruce regularly does live stream chats, often having guests on his show, and he likes to get his audience involved. Bruce's reviews are well researched. He's very knowledgeable. He reviews watches across the spectrum from G-Shocks and Seikos to Rolex and IWC. When he isn't posting a review, he's chatting about watch-related topics. I enjoy his channel a lot, so when you're done with this video, search out Bruce Williams' content and subscribe. I'll post a link to his channel in the description section. So as always, I want to thank you very much for watching my review. Now if you like this video, please click the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of future reviews. And please let me know what you think of the Black Bay S&G in the comments section below. You can also find me on Twitter at DougFNJ and check out the Rolex and Tudor forum at watchyousseek.com. Great community of members who give a lot of great information and discussion. I want to thank you again for watching, be safe, and have a great day.